I can just say this. The reason why we really wanted to work with you was first and foremost, it's very difficult locally to find people as talented as you.
Thank you.
You need to go national. Right? Someone that has a national, and in your case, you're all of North America.
Right?
Up
International.
to Canada, yeah. And so what I listen for with you is okay, how is David going to help us teach? Okay. And this idea and the question that we get all the time is, I've gotten a listing.
Yep.
Now what?
Okay.
And we talked a bit about using the property brochure in lieu of or in to work with.
In conjunction with, yeah.
The market report. But this idea that now I have this listing, how do I leverage that? How do I get more appointments? And what do I bring? And what do I show? And kind of talk about that.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that, because you brought me back to something that I think I failed to mention in session 1, and the most common call. So let's remember that question, and that's leveraging that. But I want to address this other issue. And I know your team gets this call. As you know, we work with all the major brands in the luxury divisions.
Yep.
And it's the number one call Ann gets, Craig gets, like Lisa gets, without disclosing brands. And that is, an agent is getting, they'll call you, they call me, they call their supervisors and go, I have a listing appointment on Thursday and I have no luxury marketing materials.
Right.
And so it's the cart before the horse. So one of the things we developed years ago was a marketing package, is really just a sample of just a handful of really nice brochures, like 3 or 4 brochures, a couple of postcards, a personal sphere piece. So when they walk into that luxury listing, it's there and they just lay it on the table, right? And it's unique, right? And it's all branded to them. I believe it's $395. Yep. But if you, and I'm not here to sell anything because it's not my MO. But if you're going to work this market and you anticipate, and I'm going to take your course and I anticipate getting a luxury listing, I had better be ready with luxury marketing materials when I walk through the door. And most agents are going to wait, right, until they get the listing and then scramble.
Or until they get the appointment, right?
And they're going to, but the problem is, Diane, that 90% of the time they're going to lose to someone who's better prepared. And so getting that opportunity for that one luxury listing, we're going to go back to how we leverage those.
Yeah.
How do we get that one luxury listing and leverage it? Well, you had better be prepared when you walked into that appointment the first time. Because you get one, they're far and few between. Now let's say you got one. Now I'm going to tell you a true story. So in my career, I spent most of it single. I was a single dad of a very young child, 18-month-old, and I just chose to be single. And I dated one agent in my whole career.
We're going to cut that.
We're gonna cut that. maybe not. No, she was a sweetheart, and she was obviously in my market, and everybody in my market knows what I do for a living.
Right.
So talk about being on the spot. I mean, I had to make her like the bomb on luxury listings. I said, what would be the toughest market I could actually choose? And I said, oceanfront in San Diego, right? I mean, that's the creme de la creme, right? And it literally spans 6 cities. It goes all the way from Del Mar to Camp Pendleton. So the title of that, we talked about a school district as a possible title of a market report. We talked about a neighborhood. It could be a gated community. This one was called Oceanfront. And it literally just featured all the homes on the oceanfront, not across the street. And the people across the street didn't get that brochure. So we started marketing it up and down the ocean.
Really smart.
She got a listing appointment for 2 houses that had been in foreclosure. These guys bought it, and they were worth about $2.5 million a piece. They were like twin properties, and they wanted $5 million each. And she went on this appointment and didn't take me, and she came back and said they wanted $5 million, and I told them that no way in God's little green earth. And I said, as long as I'm paying for the marketing, you're taking the listings. Because what we did was we took these incredibly overpriced luxury listings and we marketed the heck out of it. We made brochures on each one and we mailed it up and down the ocean. Then we mailed another one on the other one. Then we did a brochure of the 2 of them combined because you could put a walkway between them. Right? So we just inundated the homeowners with these beautiful luxury marketing brochures. She took the next 4 listings on the ocean. That was it. Market report, but she leveraged it. A lot of times agents wait too long, and I understand why, because you've asked a couple times now about sold. Like, how do you leverage a sold? Once it's sold, the game's over, guys.
No.
It's gone. Right? You can do the last hurrah
Right.
and sold.
Yeah.
Right. And don't start talking about yourself then either.
Right.
That's a huge mistake. But you can stay sold. But I think that where we missed the boat, and I understand this so much, is it's we get into this business, Diane, and perhaps we don't have a big budget. And we're young, and we get a listing, and one of our friends lists with us, and then Aunt Susie lists with us, and then Joey down the street lists with us. And now we've had 3 listings in our first year. We've made $100,000, and we've spent absolutely zero money on marketing. Right. And now so we're trained. We're self-trained. The industry is a disaster in this way. The challenge with this is that it's not sustainable. And $100,000, once you start making 100, you want 200. Well, this is just unsustainable. So we have such an adversity to spending money. So back to this listing that this agent that I dated took, what she did, and it was my money, but I could see her saying, I'm not spending my good money marketing that listing that isn't going to sell, because she couldn't see the forest for the trees. I have my career, thousands of clients. I have 23 years. I've done hundreds and hundreds of seminars. I've never said one word out of my mouth how to sell a listing. I have no desire to teach you how to get a buyer and put them in your car. Zero. My whole gig is more listings, more listings, more listings, because listings will get you buyers. And eventually the property will sell. We know. You put it in MLS, do a great job marketing it. One last point on the brochure.
It's great.
Night shot homes get shown 3 times greater than non-night shot. So in MLS, if your opening photo is a night shot versus a non-night shot, that property will get shown 3 times more than a night shot. It's an incredible tip. And on the brochure, on the back, the impact side, night shot.
Night shot.
Yeah, so night shots are good.
The impact side.
The impact side.